Made a couple million, hallelujah. Daddy was a to you. Called a homeschooler. Never did homework. I was going home with the work.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Colts and the Pats coming up next.
It is clear, but it is cold here today as EA Sports takes us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. A moment ago, the pride of Massachusetts, the Patriots, introduced to this, as always, sold-out crowd as they get set to go head-to-head with the Indianapolis Colts. Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. Taking it about the 1. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Throwing Jones. But he's got his target, Harris. There's the stiff arm. Touchdown, Patriots. Damian Harris, 82 yards. And the Pats have taken the early lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. They go play action here on 1st down. Wide open receiver complete. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. And between the last two plays, they've moved it over half the length of the football field. On 1st and 10, Klein. Out to the right and complete to Pittman. Touchdown, Colts! Michael Pittman, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Out of the end zone comes Spencer. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. So back onto the field come the Pats for their 2nd drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time.
That's true.
That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Someone sharp in this game. A touchdown pass in the first drive. It comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A look at the numbers for Harris in last week's game. 20 carries, 89 yards, and a touchdown.
And when you measure numbers for the guys that carry the football, it's not just the yardage. How many times do they ring the bell? How many times they get into the end zone? And now that he has 15 for the year, everyone gets to celebrate, starting with his offensive line.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So still 14 yards to go, second down. Now Jones. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, Jones. He finds his man, complete. That's Ferguson. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 28. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Jones throw into the hands of Henry here. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Had the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. Those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game. Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult.
Touchdown! That's caught. Marquise Brown, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots have taken the lead. Tucker now to add the point after. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. A 10-play drive that time. And it ends with a New England touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And their dreams of an undefeated season shattered with the loss a week ago. Now, look, whenever an undefeated team goes down, you always hear some say, well, they needed that. I don't know, Charles. Is that a narrative that you buy into?
Well, I haven't met a coach yet that feels like they needed that loss. You know, that's not something that they're in favor of. But I do know this. People like us, our colleagues, all of us in the media, constantly hammering a team that's undefeated. Hey, do you think you can do it the whole season? Can you carry it the whole way? That does wear down a group, and sometimes that loss get us off your back. You can move forward from there.
They went counter there offensively, and a couple of defenders were on skates for a second.
They certainly were, and you know what offensive linemen love about the counters and the misdirections? Sometimes you don't have to block the defender. He can run himself out of the play if he doesn't read his keys properly.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Off the play fake. Klein. Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. This defense for the Pats, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And one of the key numbers that I look at after every game, total yards allowed. They held them under 200 yards of total offense. Just couldn't sustain much of anything against them. Great job showing them different looks and then attacking.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now Taylor. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Now play number 7 of this drive, and it's a tough 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun, Klein. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Taylor. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack the...
A throw for Pittman is intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Well, he had to wait until December, but congrats to the rookie, his first INT.
Yeah, he's been a reliable contributor for this defense throughout the season. Definitely got a bright future and has gotten even brighter after making that play.
They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
First down, and they go back to Harris. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And Harris is not going to get there. Great work defensively to stop him short.
Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Tucker's kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. That was perfect. From distance, he steps up, knocks it right down Main Street.
And Main Street's celebrating right now with him, aren't they? I love the mechanics of the whole thing. Snap, hold, everything was right on target, and the blocking was perfect, and he executed so well.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get him back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
Well, so far he has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He'll be looking for that 2nd touchdown now. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Throw taken in by Taylor, left side. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up 2nd down. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 17-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts able to get this back within a touchdown.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And the lead is down to a field goal. So that drive, 4 plays. And the result for the Colts is a touchdown.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. They will start at the 25 as Spencer elects not to return this. The Patriot offense back out, getting set to go.
There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this 1st half. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Looking to throw. Jones. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away.
On the return, it's Rodgers. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range.
That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Off play action. Klein. That ball caught by Campbell. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Another big play here as they strike for 31. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Second and 2. Off the play fake. Klein. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Colts are going to jump back in front. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Pats at the line ready to go. And with only 9 seconds remaining, and not much time, we'll see how they play this. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we come to halftime here with the visiting Colts. You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it.
With both of these offenses having their way, it's not likely they'll need to be doing a whole lot at halftime. But the defenses are definitely in need of some adjusting. And for the call of the second half, let's go back out to Brandon and Charles.
Yeah, Coach, certainly no shortage of action in those first 2 quarters. Definitely got to work on my touchdown calls, so we'll see how much voice I have left for the second half here.
Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3?
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Klein.
The toss here completed to Pittman.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Looking to throw. Klein.
He'll drop this down to Taylor.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
On the handoff, Taylor.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. If they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Off play action. Klein. And this is going to be caught. No, they say it's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side. I
would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though. 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. So here are the Patriots now. They get ready for their first possession of half number 2.
And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone. Running lanes run a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Here's Harris. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I have to think a major focus at a halftime means had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
That was 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what...
There he goes, left side. 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor with touchdown number 29, 2 short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31.
And the Colts are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good,
and the lead now up to 14. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown.
Out of the end zone comes Spencer. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Now the Patriots gearing up to go now, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And he'll take this one up to about the 23. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. He's going deep for Brown. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the first quarter, good second quarter, and now continuing that here in the third.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people. No errors, right? Not turning it over and just doing all the right things. That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in a team.
Yeah, been a good leadership and a good distributor. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, right back to Hines. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Off the play fake. Klein steps away to his left. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. They tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack. On offense, sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case, none of it worked.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete, and he's brought down after a very nice gain. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Forced out to his left. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts 1st down. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3-and-out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
Big Christian Barmore was there on the tackle. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. They go to the ground again with Taylor, and he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Got an open man, that's Campbell. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. The passing game for the Colts finding its stride, another 1st down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 153 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll look to run with Taylor. And he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line.
This is obviously a critical sequence for this defense if they want to stay in this game. Down 2 scores already. They give up a touchdown here.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor becoming just the 2nd player with 30 touchdowns in a single year. And the Colts look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. They will start at the 25 as Spencer elects not to return this. The Patriot offense heading back out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Jones now on 1st and 10. Man open, here is Crowder. And they work this well upfield across the 45. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Jones throwing on 1st down. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game.
The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45.
And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. This is caught. Touchdown Colts. Paris Campbell with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year.
And the Colts extend their 4th quarter lead, and they are closing in now on a 14-win campaign. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And that'll increase their lead to 28.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. They will start at the 25 as Spencer elects not to return this.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end that feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, if you're going to give out a little applause on that play, it has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
On 1st down, Taylor.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Indianapolis,